Hey everyone, Ashley Ahi here, helping you deepen your relationships with others by deepening your relationship with you first. What if the biggest problem in relationships isn't necessarily communication, but the fact that no one in the relationship is facilitating connection? Stay with me here because this might actually completely change relationships in your life. One of the most powerful shifts you can make inside of your relationships, friends, family, romantic partnerships, professional relationships, is understanding this. You are a facilitator. A facilitator is someone who makes things easier to understand, easier to feel safe, easier to move forward together. When a relationship feels tense, hard, misunderstood, disconnected, it's often because facilitation is missing. Healthy relationships do not thrive with control. They thrive on leadership. Leadership in a relationship looks like trust, curiosity, compassion, empathy, patience, humility. It's not fixing, it's not forcing, it's not convincing. Just because someone gives you pushback doesn't mean that they're against you. It usually just means that something inside of them doesn't feel heard, seen, or understood. Humans are complex, emotions are layered, and relationships, they're dynamic. Your job as a facilitator is to stay grounded, especially when things feel uncomfortable. When someone gives you pushback or resistance or is in a space of being defensive or highly emotional, I want you to pause, step back, and ask yourself, how can I come from a space of curiosity, not being defensive? Curiosity sounds like, help me understand what you're feeling, or what do you need clarity on with what I'm saying? Or even, what is coming up for you right now? When you can remove judgment, frustration, and the need to be right, something powerful can truly happen. People soften, energy opens up, and you create this space of connection. Sometimes people don't need answers. They just want to be heard. And here's something else that people struggle with in relationship. Silence. You do not have to fill every pause. You do not have to rescue the moment. You do not have to over-explain. Sometimes when you say something important, give it space to land. Let the other person just sit in it and allow for space for integration. Silence isn't always disconnection. Sometimes it is where integration is forming, and strong relationships are built with clear expectations. Ask yourself, have I communicated clearly? Have I shared with the other person how I best communicate and understand? Have I set boundaries and followed through with them? Boundaries are not walls, friends. They are containers of trust. When you say one thing and do another, that's when confusion creeps in. But when words and actions are aligned, relationships will stabilize. Let's quickly talk about the 80-20 principle. I use this in business, relationships, health, finances. In relationships, 80% of connection comes from 20% of intentional actions. Presence, listening, repairing after conflict, consistent communication, and emotional availability. You don't need to do everything. Just focus on what actually matters. Small intentional actions over time, done consistently, create massive shifts in connection. With every relationship in your life, I want you to ask this one question. Can I lead with awareness instead of reaction. When you become a true facilitator, not a fixer, not a fighter, not a withdrawer, your relationships will change because leadership feels safe. Curiosity feels expansive, and presence builds trust. If this resonates with you, I invite you to hit subscribe below and ask yourself, what relationship can I lead differently this week? And comment below. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep pouring into you so your cup can overflow and you can pour into others.